Several years ago, my wife and I were coming out of the grocery store, and as we got near to our car, we saw this white postcard on our windshield. And at the top of the postcard, in big black letters, it said WWJD. What would Jesus do, I presume? But when I read it, it actually said, who will Jesus damn? And below those words, there was this bulleted list, dozens of types of people the author believed Jesus intends to send to hell. Not too long ago, I was talking to someone who's very important to me, has been a mentor for a good bit of my life. And I was talking to them, and we were talking about some of the problems in the world, and the conversation shifted to the Middle East and what should be done there. And this person looked at me and completely serious said, you know what we ought to do there, Sammy? Those people hate us. They're never going to like us. We're always going to fight with them. We should go over there. We should turn it to rubble. We should turn it into a parking lot and then go get what we really want, the oil. And then more recently, I was in a group before church, a group of friends, and we were just talking and hanging out, drinking coffee. And the guy who was kind of the leader of our group, the patriarch, the one we all looked up to, started talking. The conversation had turned to politics, and he said, you know, I can't wait to get to heaven where I can watch Barack Obama be thrown into the lake of fire. That's why he can't wait to get to heaven. My mentor thinks that the answer to a very complex problem in the Middle East is to end hundreds of millions of lives of innocent men, women, and children. Somebody is out there putting white postcards on the windshields because that they think that the message they've been given is to tell people who's going to hell. That's the good news they want to share. What has happened to our world? You feel it, don't you? I know I do. There's this kind of rage that's just simmering below the surface. It's in just about everybody we see. We feel it too, let's be honest. We drive down the road, and the people around us are idiots, aren't they? They don't have any idea what they're doing, and they shouldn't be allowed to drive. We go to the grocery store, and we wait in line to check out, and the person in front of us is an imbecile and slow. I can't believe it's taking them so long. It's as if we're all fearful and angry about something. There's a dark side to us, and we're not sure what to do with it. Nearly 3,000 years ago, the ancient Israelites told a story that's in the Bible about a guy named Jonah. And for those of us who happened to hear the story growing up in church, it was a story of a guy who got swallowed by a fish, but the story tells about him being swallowed by so much more. He was swallowed by fear, by his own deception, by his own hatred. I think that story still has something to say to us, that the God behind that story has some answers for our own dark sides, for our own world filled with hate.
Singing, oh my God, don't leave me alone.